Hello and welcome to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. We have to say that. We have to say it. They've told us it's the law. It's the YouTube law. Let me show you this stool. I made this stool a number of years ago and it's back just to have a little bit of work done on it. Nothing too drastic. There were some watermarks on there and I've got rid of them, which is good. But anyhow, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to measure it up and pattern it and show you how I pattern this stool up so that I can reproduce it. Pattern, template, whatever you want to call it. If I want to reproduce that when it's gone, that's what I need. So let's go through it. First of all, the overall height is 424. So let's put that on here. And the significance of 424 to me is it's around 16 3/4 inches, which is a traditional seat height. Depends where you come from and whatever. But anyway, in what I've found, 16 3/4. Right, the other thing we need off this is how thick is that top? Because that is a sizable chunk of timber. It's about 1.5 inches. 38mm is that? Nice. Now leg length is not just the height, because they're splayed and raked, you've got to actually measure them, and I had about 1/4 inch on the bottom, 1/4 inch on the top. So while the overall height is 424, I'm looking for, while the overall height is 424, I think the legs are going to be more like 440. 440 overall legs. What thickness timber? So looking at that, 1.25 inches, which is about 32mm. What else do I need? Yeah, what sort of, that's a 1 inch hole, 25mm. I can put that on here in a bit. I'll put those on in a bit. Right, what else do I need from it? Not much else really. Everything else will be templated off. But what the most important thing is really is positions of the holes, which I've got to put on here. So that's okay. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I could just guess it, I suppose. But also the splay and the rake. So I've got to get those sight lines in. And the sight line is, when you look at it, it's straight up, so it's not far off that. It's definitely not that, because so you've got to stand there and you've got to get so I'm going to check the sight lines out. Right, let's do a bit more of this and then I'll come back to you. So I've just measured from here to there and it's made 57mm. So I've just measured from the front, which is a straightish edge, 57. So that gives me that cross point there and there, so that's all right. So now I've got to measure, I've got to work a center line out for this to get this rear leg, and then I can just measure off the back there. How far is that rear leg? I work to the center. It's 50mm. Look at that. So it's 50mm to the center, so that's nice and easy, and I'll mark that up properly. 12.9, but that's the sight line, and it's 12.9 degrees. 13 degrees. 13 degrees. And the hardest one is to get the sight line for that. So I've got to put that in the middle of the leg and look at this. So after the line through there, that's not right, it's going to come around here a bit more. That's better, so it's from here to there. So it's from here to here, and I can flip that over. So I'll flip that in a minute. So I need to put that on there, get my center line off here. Can you see what I'm on about? So I need to transfer my centre line onto here. Now I can measure from there to there, that way, from here to there, that way. Swap it over and I've got my sight line for that one as well. So this is 4 centimetres, which is there, and that is hard to read. And I'm just going to go, that's 16 centimetres that way. So I'm going to go 16 centimetres to the edge of the seat that way, that's there. There you go, sightline sorted, so that's it. I have got everything I need on here now to sort out. Now what I can do is I can put some pinholes in there and pin back through onto here so that I've got the points of the drilling. But I'll drill with this one. So I'll drill with this one and I will then use that one for sight lines. It was going to be the other way around, but I can still transfer the sight lines onto here. No, that's all right. I can transfer them onto this cardboard, cut these funny little tabs off from the cereal packet that is, cut that out neatly, keep those two together. So that's to make the top, and that's for everything else. And if there's anything I've missed, I'm going to have to put it in the last 30 seconds at the end. So I hope I've measured it all right. But in the last 30 seconds at the end, there's a little bit of a scroll around, a little bit of a view from different angles showing what it looks like. It is a good looking stool. I like it. And I think that's why, you know, people like it, because it sort of ticks a few boxes. Feels blooming brilliant. Look at the finish on that. Look at that for a finish. Nice. Right, back to it. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. Please share, like, subscribe. I've tidied my saws up a bit more and I've got 1 or 2 out of order because they were going to be in order. And my picture's out the way. Look, I'm all over there now, which is great. So I feel better about that. Like, share, subscribe. The super thanks. There's buy me a coffee. My email address is somewhere, so you can PayPal if you want to support me. And on to the next video. I wonder what that'll be.